Well, this house was built in 1877 by City Marshal Jesse Joyner Harrison. Well, howdy everybody. Welcome to another episode of Forgotten Texas History. I'm your host, Chris Larson, the Texas Adventurer. I'm back in Columbus today. Got a couple more stories for you. So the first one's a legend that's grown up around what happened, and the second I'll tell you what really happened. So the sheriff in 1879 was a man named Jesse Joyner Harrison. So the legend goes that he was patrolling the streets on December 12th and was going to all the local saloons. There's 11 local saloons, and he was getting free food and drinks wherever he went. And he was in the Red Elk Saloon, which is the blue building here behind me. And he was wowing the crowds with his fast draw abilities and accidentally shot and killed the mayor. So according to court documents, what really happened was he met up with his buddy Joe Harris at one of the saloons along here called Brunson's Saloon, and they met up at noon. They got hammered drunk, and by 3:30 or 4 o'clock they crossed the street over here. There was along Walnut Street there was a row of law offices. So they went into the office of Sandy Meyer and Kennan, and Harrison climbed up on the table in the middle of the law office, laid down on top of the table. There were two other men in the room. One was Judge Gilmore, and one was Kenner. So as the marshal laid there on the table in the middle of the room, he started kicking his foot at Mr. Kenner and saying, "I wish I could kick you." And he pulled his pistol out of his pocket and he started waving it around the room and pointing it at Kenner. And Mr. Kenner didn't feel threatened by it really. He just thought he was drunk and acting stupid. So he walked over to him and he said, "Stop pointing your pistol at me and put it back in your pocket." And then he turned around and walked out of the room. So Judge Gilmore was sitting on a wicker chair in the corner reading a copy of Pascal's Digest, minding his own business. So whenever Kenner walked out of the room, got about 30 feet away, and he heard a couple shots. So he started heading back towards the law office there, and just about that time the judge came out clutching his stomach saying, "He's shot me, he shot me," and he fell down on his face. They rolled him over, and he lived about 10 more minutes before he passed away. So Deputy Best showed up, and Harrison couldn't believe what had happened and didn't believe that he had shot the man. And, everybody thought it was an accident. What they assumed happened is he had a double action pistol, and so they thought whenever he was getting up into a seating position on the table there, he was using his hand with his pistol in it to prop himself up and accidentally squeezed the trigger, shooting the judge in the stomach. And then somehow shot a second shot that hit the wall above him. But like I said, Deputy Best arrested him, took his pistol away from him, which had 2 spent cartridges in it, and took him to jail. So the judge originally arraigned him for $5,000 bond, but after proving that he couldn't afford that, he lowered it to $2,500 bond, and he bonded out of jail. And as far as I can tell, he never went to trial. And he lived in that house over there until 1900. And I couldn't find any more court records on any other court proceedings for what happened. So if y'all like my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and y'all keep exploring Texas.